Go for well, and now they can over there in Oregon.
Now they can. All right. Racket number 2, New York Times, Nicole.
Mhm.
Why are people getting real estate licenses? So, the lead is why so many people became real estate agents in the pandemic. The industry is drawing workers while nearly every other job sector has struggled with hiring. Absolutely, every other job
Mhm.
sector is struggling with hiring. As few as 10% of them will last long enough as few as 10% of them will last long enough to make full-time living selling homes. Obviously, we know the numbers.
We
Almost
know the numbers,
90%
yeah.
of agents fail by their 4th year. That's what the New York Times is referring to.
Mhm.
So, Nicole, why? Well, why are so many people becoming real estate agents over the last couple of years?
Well, again, in the article, it's sort of and I mean, we're seeing it, right? I mean, restaurants closed down, bartenders, obviously weren't able to work. Parents were now having to work from home. So, if you're having to teach your child
Mm,
from home, and so again, it sounded like it was, the whole like flexibility thing. The time was flexible. They were able to be home. They were able to fill their time. And again, and in many states, in all states, real estate was booming too. So at a time when
yeah.
restaurants were shut down and people legitimately couldn't go to work. This gave them an opportunity to go to work. So I'm not the least bit surprised by it. I mean, we're seeing it on our end too. The amount of people. Ooh, I will also say, I don't know if it's in here or not, because like usual, I didn't read the entire article, but to get your license was almost easier. Gone are the days that you have to drive to, the local association and
That was a big part of it.
sit there for 3 hours, 3 nights a week. You're now able to zoom in, watch TV probably in the background, because who the hell knows how they're even knowing that you're in the class. I mean, so it's almost gotten easier now to even get your license. Certainly in my mind, a lot less time consuming. Because again, I mean, even over the last few years, because with my class, you had to go to the classes. It wasn't like you could just pop into any class you wanted. Like, you had to go to class. Like, it was like college. Like, it was 3 days a week for like 3 hours or 2 days, whatever it was. Um, but again, overall, it just became easier.
I don't think the Zoom thing is going away either.
I don't
Yeah,
think Zoom is going away anywhere in any
in
industry
anything.
ever.
But in
Never.
this, I mean, the schools, the people that run these real estate licensing schools realized, wow, I can get so many more people in a
Oh,
class,
yeah.
which
Well,
brings in more
continuing
revenue.
ed now, like, you don't
Yeah,
have to rent out a room or secure a room or people, or now it's all Zoom. It's
nobody's got to
all
drive to
Zoom.
get there. It makes it a
Yeah.
lot easier. And real estate licenses were easy to get to begin with. You make it
Yes.
easier. You have people going through disruption. Yeah, you're going to have a huge wave. We're at the peak of the most licensees
Mhm.
ever. 1.6 million members of NAR right now. So you've got the most agents you've ever had as we sit here in 2022. My favorite answer when I posed the question, why did so many people become real estate agents in the pandemic, on my Instagram, my favorite answer out of all the answers I got was chance to redefine your life after being fired, able to learn during lockdown, and the will to move. I love that last part. The will.
Mm.
The agents that end up in the 10% that survive are going to have this grit about them, this commitment, this will to actually change their life. I would change being fired with some people just said, you know what? I don't want to be a teacher
Right.
anymore and beholden to the teachers union. I want to take control of if I put in extreme effort, I'm not paid the same as the lazy teacher doing nothing. I want to be
Yeah.
awarded for what I am doing or rewarded for what I'm doing. And I think those agents, those 10% that take that mentality into this new career are going to do really well. So I think there's a reshuffling too of this new wave of agents that is going to kind of take over here a little bit. I mean, real estate has been historically what, 57 to 59-year-old average age, Nicole?
I get. Yeah. I mean,
You've got a
yeah.
lot of young people now coming in to the industry, and I'm excited about that.
I'm super excited about that for sure. Let's change
Pop
the
up
landscape.
if you're watching and not listening. If you're watching on YouTube, pop up this little chart here. Where are people getting real estate licenses? So the greatest change states, Nicole, the top 10 where you've had the most people getting licensed. This is from January 2021 to January 2022. So 1 year look. You've
Mm-hmm.
got Georgia, Texas, Florida, Arkansas, Wyoming, Alabama, Montana, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Nevada. This is all according to National Association of Realtors. The smallest change, the 10 states with the smallest change: Washington, Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, New York, Maryland, Arizona, Minnesota, Massachusetts, and Washington, D.C. Surprising to see Arizona, because that's been a hot market. Not as surprised to see New York. They had so many
Yeah, but we're not talking about
restrictions.
many though, Byron. I mean, if you're looking at the numbers, talking about like a thousand agents difference from 1 year to the next.
Not in Texas, you had
No, what
12,000.
we're talking, you're talking about Arizona. You're complaining
Well,
about
I'm
Arizona.
saying it's surprising to see a smallest change. You only had 1,000 new agents. I'm surprised that change wasn't bigger because
Yeah,
Arizona's market is so good. I'm not surprised to see only 1,500 be added in the time in New York, because New York's had a lot of restrictions. It's a
right.
really a hard thing. I'm not surprised with Washington D.C. Washington D.C. lost agents. Not surprised at that. What else would be surprised? I'm surprised Massachusetts only gained a couple hundred. That market's really good. Florida, no surprise that you've got 15,000 new agents. You got people moving there.
Well, that's because,
Texas.
well, I was going to say, because probably all the agents from Massachusetts were moving down
Yeah, there you
there,
go.
right?
New
I mean,
York and Mass.
look at the Instagram. How many people are opening up these second offices in
Oh, yeah.
Florida, and they're on the
Yeah.
West Coast, they're on the East Coast, they're on every coast. I mean, we're seeing a lot of agents in the Northeast relocating down Myrtle Beach,
Yeah. We see it all the time.
Charleston. I mean, I'm actually surprised South Carolina's not on here, but
South Carolina, by the way, there's a chart. Maybe we'll do it on the next Real Word about taxes. I mean, South Carolina has been really attractive to Northeast people because the taxes are so low. But we'll save that. That just came out
save the taxes.
from Wallet Hub. Yeah, I wanted to do it this week, but
You
would
didn't
that have
post it.
property taxes? With that, I'll post it on my Instagram story. Then we'll cover it.
Oh
I
boy.
leak everything on my Instagram story.
Now
Make
you're
sure
cheating. I feel like I need to start leaking. Tell me when you're leaking. I'll leak. Although I can't see you. What's going on, Bobby? The screen's you disappeared,
Uh-oh.
Byron. You
I can
disappeared
see
like
you.
15 minutes ago. I can't
You're
see you.
you're fine.
I hate this whole away. Oh my gosh, how funny. Did you see that guy that was like, "Oh my god, you and Byron are together." He was like celebrating our
Oh,
victory
good.
of
I was happy
togetherness. Yeah.
about that. We'll be back together soon enough. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this short clip from the Real Word, click here for another one.
Or if you like the full episode, click here.